Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. After my so many attempt of making bread, here I am presenting a perfect bread which I have derived by doing a bit of research on different online recipes, but somehow it didn't work out for me, or maybe it is to do with the all-purpose flour that I use, or to do with the oven. I'm not sure, but here is something which I tried, which is completely the proportion, the procedure is totally which I tried, which suited for my liking, and which came out perfect bread, very soft. We'll go in detail. Before that, let me first welcome everyone to Latha's Kitchen. If you're visiting first time, not to forget to subscribe. Find the video useful, do share, like it, do leave a like, thumbs up. How to make this bread sandwich, typical sandwich loaf, is 1 tablespoon of sugar with half a cup of water. You can give it a good mix. Then add in 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. The measurement exactly, which I'll be also giving you in the description. You may want to refer. This is for proofing my active dry yeast. If you're using instant, directly you can add 1 plus 1/4 tablespoon of instant yeast. Now in a separate bowl, let's save the flour, which is very important to get a good texture of the bread. I'm using 2 cups of all-purpose flour and half a cup of milk maid powder, which is milk powder. Then goes in a half a tablespoon of salt. All that I'm saving it nicely. Once this is done, by now your yeast would have been proofed. Let's check on that. Yes, it is proofed nicely. You can see the frothy on top, which means it is ready to be used. Directly add in your yeast and knead the dough. Rather kneading, just give a good mix of all the ingredients, let it get mixed together. Using a half a cup of lukewarm water, you can mix this, let it all combine together. Then transfer that to a separate work area, which is clean, or a wider plate, whichever you're comfortable. You may want to transfer that and knead for 10 to 16 minutes. Earlier I used to knead for max 10 to 12 minutes, but this time I have extended for 16 minutes, 16 to 18. Rather, it took 16 minutes. By keeping a timer, I have done this. Stretching it towards upwards, adding a bit of oil in the middle, dusting some flour. You need to knead this. By doing that, we are releasing the gluten. Initially the dough will be sticky. Yes, you can see that. Using a scraper, you can just scrap it and collect it and keep kneading. After kneading 8 minutes, add in a tablespoon of butter, room temperature, and knead it more. Once you add the butter, you will see the change in the dough. It may not be that sticky. Now more. 8 minutes I've already kneaded more. 6 minutes or 8 minutes rather. You can see now absolute no stickiness. It just bounces back once I drop it down, which means we have released the gluten and it is ready to go. You can do a float test by just stretching it. If it is transparent or if it doesn't tear apart, then which means again your dough is ready. Those are the tests you can do to check if your dough is ready or not. Once it is comes to this consistency, then you can grease the vessel with good amount of oil and give it a shape to the dough like a bun and roll it on the vessel that you have coated with oil so that the dough gets oil everywhere, and cover it with a cling wrap, possible if you have, or you can even use aluminum foil or just a damp cloth on top. By covering it with a lid, leave it for 2 hours. That is again the second change that I have made in this bread. Earlier I used to leave it for proof only for 1 hour. This time here it is 2 hours. I'm going to give this a try. Trust me, but by making these small little changes, I got a very good bread, which I'm really happy with the texture. It came out. Now it's going in for a first proof by covering it with a damp cloth. After 2 hours, let's check by slowly removing the foil or the cling wrap, whichever you have used. If you coat it with good amount of oil on top, then it may not get stick onto it. Yes, the volume is doubled, you can see that. Beautifully proofed. Now, the third tip I would like to give here is, do not punch the dough to release the air bubbles, which I used to do earlier. Rather, directly collect the dough and transfer that to a separate plate. No kneading, nothing here. Simply stretch the dough to the rectangle shape, depending upon your thin bread loaf tin shape. Stretch the dough. Check out the size of your bread tin by keeping it just on top of the dough and just give it a stretch so that it fits in nicely onto your bread tin. Just with your fingers you can stretch this without putting too much of a pressure onto it. Gently. Once this is done, grease your baking tray with good butter or oil. I've kept some foil here on my baking tray, that is baking bread tin. Now gently fold, press the edges and the sides, even the down, pinch it, ensure that absolute there is no gap. Give it a good shape and keep it on your bread tin. Ensure that all the sides are well stretched. It just sits right at the bread tin that you have. And again, cover it with a cling wrap or aluminum foil for the second proof. Here, the fourth change that I have made is, earlier I used to leave it for 30 minutes. Now I am leaving it for 1 hour for the second proof. Cover it with a cling wrap. Leave it for 1 hour. After 1 hour, let's check. Yes, it is proofed very well. Had I used 2.5 cups of flour, it would have come up little further for the size of the bread tin that I have, but I have used only 2 cups, which is okay. Now topping I am doing with the flaxseed, sesame and some oats. And the fifth tip, rather the change that I have made here, rather than giving a milk wash, I have used Milkmaid. Add in a few drops of water, little bit I have diluted my Milkmaid and I gave a nice wash. Preheated the oven, sixth step, for 15 to 20 minutes, earlier only 10 minutes, and baked it at 200 degrees for 40 minutes. Then I had this beautiful loaf on my hand. I was very happy with the way it came out. You can see now nice gold crust on top. It is still soft. Just on the side you can see a slight blackish, but the burning smell, smoky smell from the bread, which turned out really flavorful. Maybe I would have kept my position of the tray little forward. Next time would rectify that too, but 95% I'm happy with the way it came out. And very soft, fluffy, very flavoursome. And I had a bit of struggle with my cutting as well because of the knife. A good knife which will also give you a good slice, and ensure that your bread is completely cooled. It takes at least 2 hours to 3 hours for it to completely cool down before you slice it. Otherwise you will not get a proper slice. And ensure you use a good knife, which is very important when you slice the bread. Here you go. Very soft and fluffy sandwich bread. You can just have it just with the butter or jam, or even use it for sandwiches. A very nice result it turned out for me. Do give this proportion and the method a try and let me know how you liked it. Thank you so much for tuning into Nikhil's Kitchen.